All right, today we have a serious topic and a very important topic for senior dogs, and that is we are going to review the book, The Dog Cancer Survival Guide by Dr. Damian Dressler. Dr. Dressler is known as the doggy cancer doctor, and he teamed up with his friend, an oncologist who often has opposing viewpoints, which is an important part of the book, Dr. Sue Ettinger. So before we get into the reasons why I absolutely recommend this book for every dog owner, I don't care if you have a puppy on its first day, or if you have a dog with cancer or doesn't have cancer, read this book. Keep it in your library. It is that important. And I believe fully that it has saved millions of dogs' lives and will save millions more in the future. And that's why we're here talking about it, so we can help promote the Dog Cancer Survival Guide. Before we get into anything of the things, number one is gonna give you hope, and not pie in the sky hope, not anything new agey. These are action steps. This is why this works. This is why this doesn't work. These are all the approaches we can take. It really does give you a guideline in how to confront this issue and how to overcome it so that you can keep your dog living as long as possible, help them go into remission, help them beat it completely, or at the absolute worst, help them live their best life for as long as possible. And that leads us into the first reason why I truly love this book, and that is it helps develop something that he calls a dog guardian mindset. I'm gonna call it a warrior dog guardian mindset, and that is how to deal with this mentally for you. Because getting a diagnosis that your dog has cancer is the biggest kick in the face, in the gut, on the planet Earth. It's extremely difficult to deal with, obviously, and you're probably gonna wanna cry, you're gonna wanna scream. This book will walk you through the emotions and tell you how to properly let go of your emotions, use them, and also how not to be sad around your dog, because dogs can read our emotions. They're not just here for treats all the time. They can read our emotions, whether chemically or through energy. I don't know the exact pathway, but if you're sad and you're stressed and you're nervous, it is gonna make your dog sad, stressed, and nervous. And when dealing with cancer, stress, anxiety in a dog will produce inflammation. Inflammation is the absolute last thing we want for your dog when they have cancer, because inflammation is maybe what caused it in the first place. And if it didn't, it will certainly make it worse. So let's get this mindset. And it's not just about dealing with the diagnosis, it's also about being strong and well-informed and educated and a fierce advocate for your dog. Now, let's just say that most veterinarians and most doggy oncologists I've come across all over the world are fantastic. They are absolutely fantastic, but that doesn't mean all of them are. I had a very bad experience with Genghis, who's on the screen running around right now. First oncologist and veterinarian we went to were terrible. They had really no interest, and you may encounter this, or you may have encountered it if your dog is already battling cancer and they're a senior. There's definitely an attitude among some, it's a small minority, but among some that they're older dogs, give them whatever they can for palliative care and hope for the best. Meanwhile, keep paying us. So luckily, I had read this book and it gave me the mindset of, no, this is not acceptable. We ended up finding a clinic that was an 8-hour round trip on the other side of the island in extreme heat, and we went and we found a wonderful, fantastic, amazing oncologist who changed the chemotherapy from something that was general and not helping to a drug called Palladia, which has been a complete life changer. So you may have to go in and fiercely advocate for your pup. In that vein, there are plenty of stories from people who've gone through this and are real user stories, real client stories from Dr. Dressler. Those stories can help inspire you, but they will also help you see that you will often need to advocate fiercely for your dog and keep them protected and keep their life going in the best way possible, right? Now, the second reason I absolutely love this book, and this is not gonna surprise anybody who watches this channel regularly, and that is that Dr. Dressler's nutritional advice is absolutely incredible, especially coming from a vet when you know most vets, not most, many vets are still promoting things like Purina and terrible dog foods. Dr. Dressler gets into the weeds of things and shows you the way of cooking a natural food diet and which dog foods are acceptable. This information is absolutely invaluable. Now, you know that if you watch this channel regularly, we are big advocates of the ketogenic diet for senior dogs who have cancer or really dogs of any age who have cancer. Dr. Dressler explores this and some other low-carb options. This makes the book worthwhile just for that. But more importantly, it shows he demonstrates what he calls a full spectrum approach, meaning it's both, it's both traditional medicine, some non-traditional medicine. It's a holistic view of taking on cancer, and a lot of it involves nutritional strategies and supplement strategies. Which leads me into the third reason why this book is so fantastic, and that is, yes, it takes both traditional and non-traditional approaches. And as I said in the beginning, his friend and oncologist is often in the book in basically sidebars, or sometimes she gets her own chapters. She will often present an opposing viewpoint. They do agree a lot, but she will often present an opposing viewpoint to Dr. Dressler. So it gives you the ability to see, all right, there's not just one approach to this. Maybe this one seems better, maybe this one. Maybe we need to try both. It's something you can bring to your veterinarian, your oncologist, and say, all right, here are these two things or multiple things. What's the best course of action? How can we formulate a plan? Again, you have to be an advocate. And what plan can we use to keep our dog healthy and try to beat this thing? And the fourth reason I absolutely love this book, and this honestly is worth the price of the book times 2,000, and that is his review and his insights on supplementation. Again, we're taking that full spectrum approach and using supplements as a nutritional medicine. Keep in mind, he has had success with just using these type of supplements, which we'll talk about in a second, and using them with traditional therapies like radiation, chemotherapy, oxygen therapy, whatever is best for your dog's type of cancer. The supplement part of this guide will be absolutely invaluable. Now, he does sell some supplements on his site, but the absolute breadth of what he's reviewing in this book goes far beyond the things he sells. And a lot of them you can make at home. You can have a DIY supplement kitchen going on, and a lot of them are actually very cheap. But one of the supplements, besides some of the medicinal mushrooms that we've reviewed on this channel, is a supplement called Apocaps, which he actually developed. Now, there's a review of Apocaps, which is probably on the screen here somewhere, or will be shortly. Check out this review. First of all, buy the book. Absolutely buy the book. It is worth the price times maybe $1 million. Number two, check out this review of Apocaps, because it is a supplement that truly help destroy cancer cells and promote health in your dog and help beat cancer. And I'll explain why in the video. It can help your dog survive and beat and battle cancer in a way that I've never seen many other things do other than chemotherapy. And the good news is it works super well with chemotherapy. So check out Apocaps review right there, and we'll be back next time. Please buy the book.